let's start. I want to record this because honestly, I just got finished eating supper. Nobody needs to know about my life, but here it is. I just finished eating supper, and while I was eating supper, I was scrolling through TikTok, and no kidding, I know like we probably should do Super Spider-Man first, but honestly, I know you have to have the same kind of probably algorithm I do to a certain extent. How many times have you heard the chant?
Listen,
Like
if I
injected
could
into
make
my
it my
veins, right?
alarm, I would. It, I levitate when I hear it.
There's a great TikTok where the guy is like, he's like in bed and he's like, "Good night, honey." He's like, "I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I'm gonna put on some music so I can relax."
Yes, it is
And I would
so
try to
good.
do it. I would try to do the words right now, or just even, but it's just such a like you find yourself like,
It gets me going. I love it so much. I hope they don't rob this man again. 'Cause I know what was it? He wasn't allowed to be nominated for an Oscar for Dune Part 2 for the
sure,
score because it was too similar
right,
to Dune Part 1. And he's like, you want me to create a whole new score or a theme for these characters,
right.
but
That somebody said Timmy's coming for his Grammy too.
yes. It- it- oh man, I'm still
So if
salty
you don't
about
know
Marty
what we're talking
Supreme.
about, yeah, the Dune
Yes.
3 trailer came out, I believe it was Tuesday.
On St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, okay, that's right. It's St. Patrick's Day
It was
because
on St. Patrick's Day. Right
because
around,
your
yeah.
bestie, this
Yes.
girl right
You keep
here,
me in line.
I was like, "Did you watch it?" And Will is like, "That you talking about?" And I'm like, "First of all, we knew this was coming out today.
It's
What are you
true.
doing even like out of your house? Like
I
this."
know, I know. I should have been surrounded all my computers just constantly refreshing on YouTube.
Listen, I logged in for because yes, the day before, the day prior, Dune 3 had released or Dune had released their posters with all the
Whew.
characters for Dune 3, which were hardcore. That was
Amazing.
Monday? Yeah, that was
Yes.
Monday. That was Monday because that was the day after Timmy did not win the
So there
Oscar.
was some editor that had to go and wipe off Oscar winner Timothy Chalamet
Sure.
on everything. Ugh.
Which like immediately people went from bashing him to I'm so pumped for this movie, can't wait for this. I was like, this was so fast.
Some of us never switched up on the boy.
That's right. Some of us were just like, he'll get his. Like he will get his. The posters came out, and in the promos they said, join us on TikTok the next day at 11 a.m. live. We're gonna do a TikTok live. I was refreshing at 10:58. I was like, I'm getting on TikTok now. I do want to this app to crash. I want to be in place on there. And they did a live event with Denny Villeneuve. They had Robert Pattinson, Anna Joy Taylor. Is it Anna
Taylor.
Toy? Anna Taylor
Anna
Joy?
Joy Taylor.
Okay,
Anna
Anna
Taylor
Joy.
Joy.
I can't remember. Zendaya and Benicio del Toro were and then, like I said, the director. They did the live, and I was like, can we just get the trailer? My God, please. Like, just please.
Meanwhile, I was 15 miles away, cracking open my like fourth beer of the day, doing my best Benicio del Toro interaction. Had a few small
Yes.
beers.
So,
And yeah,
yeah. 11:20, they finally did the trailer. So good. Like I think I watched it 4 times, like immediately. It was just like this is like heroin. Please just inject this into my veins. It's so good. If you haven't seen it, first of all,
what are you doing with your life?
you're right. Like I don't even those words don't even make sense to me.
Right.
But you by now, you if you don't enjoy that chant, again, I can't I don't even understand. I don't understand what's happening. It's so addictive.
Yes.
He sounds like he's blowing out his vocal cords. We know Timothy Chalamet, he gives everything 100%.
Yes.
So he starts off singing what it sounds like a very kind of soothing lullaby where we see the images of him and Zendaya talking about their future children. We get glimpses of I don't have it in front of me, so like if there's anything that you remember from this, but as the music goes, he's chanting, his religious chanting builds and to the point where it needs to be a remix already. Like
It
I
crescendos. I know, like within a couple hours after the trailer releasing, someone had gone through, pulled the chant and the music and isolated like that with nothing from the trailer. And I think that's on YouTube or TikTok. And I will just listen to like just that. It's incredible.
it's inc- and all the edits that have been done online on TikTok, on YouTube, they have been great. Everybody is pumped for it. Everybody's like, I plan on listening to this on repeat until
Yes.
December 18th.
I like truly it did exactly what it needed to do, but it wasn't even necessary. It was kind of like when in-game trailer released. They could have released a single poster that was like, "Hey, in-game comes out on this day," and we would have been sold. They did like that's how people are for Dune, but they put everything into that trailer. And I mean, obviously, the world thought Timmy was going to win the Oscar. It's strategic having the trailer drop the day after the Oscar. Like, we get it. Regardless, like you said, everyone that was hating on him switched up, which just goes to show you how powerful that trailer was because all of you fake people immediately, 24 hours later, are back ready to ride the sandworm.
It's
Like,
right. And I was surprised about things that the trailer actually did give away for people that have read the book. I have read Dune Messiah. I was surprised about some of the things that they did show in the trailer, but I I don't want to be like they assume everybody's read it because obviously most people probably have not
not in
read it.
today's society.
A good portion of people have read it. I would just say not the majority of people read it. And there are some surprising things. Obviously, we have seen that Jason Momoa is back as Duncan Idaho. He is not officially Duncan Idaho. He is going to be revealed to be something different.
Gandalf the White.
I don't want to spoil too much of what he is and what he represents and how he plays into the story, but he is back. We have Robert Pattinson who plays Scytale, who is if you think back to Game of Thrones, if you watch Game of Thrones, he's a shapeshifter, face shifter. Like he can take on anybody's face at any time. I don't feel like that's really too much of a spoiler because that's kind of if you have seen some artwork of his where it has his face kind of blurry in them, that's kind of what they're alluding to. Obviously, you've got Florence Pugh back as Princess Rulin. You have Rebecca Ferguson back, which in the book she doesn't play too much of a major part in it, so it's kind of interesting. And since Denny has said this is the final chapter of it, it's possible that they are going to change some things up because I think there are actually like 23 books in this entire thing. I know there's six
Yeah,
main
I knew
ones.
that there, yeah,
Right.
I knew that there was more than three
Right.
because he specifically said this was his last Dune one, and I know things happen later on with characters. I haven't read the books, but I, over the years, have learned bits and pieces enough to put puzzle pieces together. But on more than one occasion, he said that this is his last Dune
Right.
movie, which made me wonder if things were going to be changed.
I would imagine that he will a little, but I think him saying this is my last one, I think he kind of leaves it open to where it's like if somebody else wants to take this and keep going with it, by all means, I'm rounding it out with Dune
Yeah,
Messiah. And I might change up a thing or two here, but probably still maybe allude to where the future goes
yeah,
with these characters because the future books go on with Paul Atreides and Chinese kids, which I don't want to spoil, but I mean anybody who has seen Star Wars should know that Dune that Star Wars pulled from Dune.
Quite a bit, and I love Star Wars, but there's no denying that they just, I mean,
Sure.
you
Well,
can
they
start with
like
the
he.
spice and then the chosen one, and then just everything from there.
Well, that yeah. I mean, he. Uh, I'm thinking John, not John Williams. George Lucas was very, very open about him
Yeah,
pulling from Dune and using that as inspiration. And two similar stories, but two vastly different universes and how they're approached. So, yeah, the Dune trailer certainly delivered. It was everybody was pumped for it. I just it it did everything it should have in that
yes,
trailer. And it's the fact that it has such a catchy, I don't want to say like catchy beat, but it does. And
I
I
mean, that's accurate. It's
I
catchy.
pause every I pause on a video every time that music starts playing. Like I just
Yes.
do. It's infectious. It just makes you just want to see the movie. I can't wait to see if that's even included in the movie. I know there are parts of him chanting with people, and I feel like they pulled some of that from that, and then maybe it was the same chant, but then him recording it later as an actual
Yeah.
song for the movie. So yeah, super excited to see where this goes. I
Nine
think somebody said
months.
that's my dog. Somebody said that if it's not 3 hours, if it's not like 4 hours long, that they're going to expect a Doom point a 3.5.
Honestly, like, and I mean, it's coming at the end of the year. It's going to be
Same
a
day,
long 9 months. Do what?
same day as Doomsday still.
Same day as Doomsday, and I told people I'm doing Doomsday, and they were like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "We had Barbenheimer, loved it. Doomsday is going to be different because I'm emotionally invested in both of these movies. Barbenheimer was fun. I had
Right.
no emotional connection to Barbie. I had no emotional connection to Oppenheimer. They just both looked like good movie.
Right.
Well, I was emotionally connected to Oppenheimer just because I'm a big Christopher Nolan fan. But
Sure.
like as far as the story itself, I wasn't like, oh man, I can't wait for this. Dune and Doomsday are two movies that I am emotionally connected to. Like, that is going to be a day.
It's
And if
going
you
to be a
think
day.
two movies is a lot, I did the Star Wars marathon. So, not even tripping over
That's
two movies.
right.
Not even tripping over two movies.
No, that's right. You like surpassed everybody. Like that's I've done two movies in the same day. They haven't been back to back. I've had two screenings where we had to see Napoleon early in the day, and then we had to see the Hunger Games, the
Oh,
song
yeah.
of songbirds and snakes, or snakes and songbirds,
Yeah.
or whatever. But those were split up by like, I think we had an hour between them. But so I don't care. I plan on seeing I this going in, we knew this was going to be a great year for movies. There's
Yes.
just everything that's coming out. I can't implore enough people to go see Project Hail Mary more than I have. I have done it online. I've done it in my videos.
I will be seeing it.
Please.
I just got to find some time in my schedule, but like it's
Oh,
very
see it.
much on my list of movies to see.
I think you should see it, and I can't assess for your child, obviously. I think you'll find you could probably take him to see it
Really?
and that he might really, really enjoy it. There are some emotional parts, but it is an optimistic, good feeling film. It is
Nice.
just it there you don't feel bad leaving that movie. When the
Did
credits
that
roll,
officially come out today or was that
Mhm.
last Friday?
No, that came out today.
Okay.
Yeah, that's yeah, officially out today. I it is just there's going to be some people that are going to crap on it that are going to say it's too maybe too hokey, too forcing a good feeling, forcing out, but it just is. It just is, and it's beautiful and it's lovely. And I hope everybody goes out to see. I can't wait to see it again. And rarely does that ever happen. Usually I'm just like, well, I'll wait for streaming to hit, but I can't wait to get back to the theater and see that one play again. So
Yeah.
that's Dune, a little bit of Project Hail Mary. Now let's talk about the trailer that broke records.
Yes.
It broke records. Like I did not see that coming. Like
I
honestly,
didn't.
I knew people would be excited to see Super Spider-Man. I keep saying Superman. Excited to see Spider-Man. not to the level that this hit.
People
Um,
love Spider-Man, but I didn't expect it. It broke the Deadpool and Wolverine record. That shocked me because as much as we love Spider-Man, we've gotten three live action Spider-Man in the last 20 plus years. We've gotten animated Spider, like we've had our cup filled with Spider-Man. Not to say like we don't care anymore, but we've
sure,
gotten it. Deadpool and Wolverine trailer, it'd been a minute since we had anything for Deadpool, and it had been a minute since we had Hugh Jackman back in the
right,
Wolverine costume, especially the comic accurate one. So the record that Deadpool and Wolverine set, that trailer, I didn't think that was getting touched by anything until the Doomsday trailer drops.
sure.
Spider-Man blowing past that YouTube numbers in 12 hours is wild.
Especially since the day before they were releasing it in like 2 second increments. Like they were really, it's called fan favorites, and they were getting to pick like
Yeah,
2 3 second increments, and everybody's like, this is the dumbest thing. I understood it from a marketing point of view because they were just trying to keep it at the top of the algorithm. It was just like it's, anytime you would refresh, there it was.
right.
Same thing with when they did the Doomsday chairs. That, like every time they'd
Ugh,
announce a chair, it was
yeah.
back at the top of your algorithm. So Spider-Man, the day before, it was like, oh God, what are they doing? Just release the freaking trailer. And I know, I mean, like I would watch each 2 second clip that came by, but I was like, without context, without putting it together, I was just like, okay, yes, I see his eyeball. Like, what do you want me to
Right.
do? Like, but
Yeah.
then the trailer
Super cool
hits.
shot though.
Yes, we'll talk about the people that are complaining about that. That's great. The trailer hits and it goes ape
Yes.
online. And apparently, I mean, we do see in this trailer he is dealing with the fallout of the last No Way Home with the spell that Doctor Strange helped to wipe everybody's memory of Peter Parker, not of Spider-Man, but of Peter Parker and slash Peter Parker as Spider-Man. But just everybody knows Spider-Man's still out there existing. They just don't know who Peter Parker is and how he relates to their life, and that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So, and what you gather is through this trailer, because he is, boy is down and out, like there he is suffering with a capital S. Everybody loves a suffering Spider-Man.
I mean, the comments you see on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of the above, everyone's like, yo, we got our broke, depressed Spider-Man back. And I'm like, yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, that is core Spider-Man because I didn't realize for a long time that so many people had issues with how good his life was. Like obviously Uncle Ben was gone, but in this version of Spider-Man, we never saw it. We joined Tom Holland well after that, and then he gets his rich benefactor who gives him a $1 billion suit. Like
sure,
things are going well for him, and obviously he's still trying to balance being a superhero in school. Like yes,
right.
but the true ratty apartment, struggling to make rent, can't really have a social life because you're Spider-Man and just you this is the Spider-Man we're accustomed to, and this trailer said, "You want broke, depressed Spider-Man? Here is broke, depressed Spider-Man."
Well, he seems a little less broke with that Galaxy phone,
Okay,
but
true, true.
but he is definitely depressed Spider-Man. That there's
Yes.
no denying that his the letters that he is writing, narrating in this trailer about that he's possibly wanting to tell MJ, you don't remember me, but I am, and like you were a big part of my life. We were in love with each other. You may not. I hope they're still apart. Like he is teetering on that. I want to, but I don't know if I'm going to. He is he's in a very bad place, very dark place. They open it up with the scene with him, I think, brilliantly sitting upside down on the crane, um, and him watching the video of his love and his best friend enjoying themselves. And when he falls back, uh, art. It's
You
art.
see it because anytime Spider-Man's upside down, but the angle is like normal, I love that. I have that Miles Morales and Gwen on my arm. I there was one of my favorite comic panels is when he's upside down drinking coffee and he's talking about how much focus it takes to be upside down and drink coffee and not burn himself. I love that. And then when he jumps, not only does it go into his suit, and that is just like you said, art. I love that there's no wonder in his eyes because it's always like when Spider-Man's jumping, even though he's done it a million times, it's just like cool. He's excited. This was just like he just falls off, and you just see his eyes are like barely open, but you see the world like falling through the lens. You could just see the life has left his eye. Like, that man is hurting, but that shot, mm, that was good.
Yep. And we get clearly it gives a little bit of spoiler because this is going to take place after the Daredevil Born Again series
Yes,
season 2, because there is someone giving him the key to New York or Manhattan or Hell's Kitchen or whoever he's whatever the key is to, but it is not Wilson Fisk, obviously.
correct.
So I don't know if there's a spoiler that that's not the mayor. That is, they said the lady that did work for the mayor, that is the one who's presenting him the key. So
Yes,
she is in there. Also, Frank is obviously out of the
he's
little
out of his
jail.
dog cage. He's out of his kennel.
He's out of his kennel that Wilson Fisk put him in. So that, yeah, like somebody could, if they were really nitpicking, they'd be like, well, you've just spoiled Daredevil season 2. Oh, I mean, like, okay, but I mean, like, did you really think that Frank was going to stay locked up?
Right. They got it. This is how his story ended. They got him in a
Right,
kennel in a sewer. The end. Like, come on now.
right. And that Wilson Fisk was always going to stay mayor. Like
Right.
they could be making him president down the road because he does. There's nothing to say that Wilson has disappeared. That
Right.
he's just not mayor or like in charge at that moment. So that those things are not. Whereas they are spoilers, they're not like. Well, it gives away the season. Now I know
Oh, it just
everything that
ruined
happens in the
Daredevil
season.
season two. Like, if that's how you feel, you weren't gonna watch it anyway. Like,
Exactly right. Like I think you're good. Like
yeah.
I think you could probably still watch it and still take away a few things from this. We do see several villains. I think we see Boomerang.
Mhm.
I know there's a big debate on the voice of who's narrating the three life cycles of a spider. Whether or not I is it Mr. Tombstone? I forgot the guy who plays.
Tombstone, some people said it might be Mr. Negative because I know he was hinted at being
Right.
in this season. And you've got the hand, which
The hand is
I,
in there.
you got, Scorpion from Andrew
Scorpion, right.
Garfield's.
And there's somebody else, and I can't remember who he's fighting, but there's several villains. I tend to believe that those. I know New Rockstars has talked about like that he's probably put through a simulation to be fighting. I don't know if I believe that. I think you're going to see a lot of those. You're going to see a montage of
I was gonna
kind of
say a montage of Spider-Man being Spider-Man.
right, like kind of the way we did in Fantastic Four at the beginning. You're going to kind of see them
Yes.
fighting all these different villains. And I think that's going to be the montage of like, because he's fought all these villains, here's the key to the city. And it's just going to kind of catch you up to where he's at now 4 years later.
Agreed.
Um, that's my opinion. I don't, obviously, we don't know until we see the movie, but that's kind of like, I don't
I
know if
don't
they're going
think
to,
they're going the Sinister Six route.
correct.
I
I
think
don't either.
it's going to be a montage. Maybe one or two of them is like a B villain,
Sure.
like maybe like the kind of like the way Sandman was with Tobey Maguire when Hobgoblin was actually like I think one of them might be a B story villain, but I agree with you that it's majority going to be montages just to show you that he's been a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man keeping the streets safe in these last 4 years.
Yeah, right. And I feel like the ultimate villain isn't going to be Sadie Sink as Jean Grey or whoever she's playing. It's probably going to be the DOD.
Yes.
Yes. That is going to be the main villain in it, who seems to be, if again, as the DOD has been tracking through all these series with Ms. Marvel and Wonder Man, and they were in Spider-Man, they seem to be heavily focusing on mutant like characters. So it will not be a huge surprise. And again, it's not like, oh, the movie's ruined. Is we all know the Sadie Sink has been cast. We all know she's a redhead. The money is on Jean Grey. whether or not she is now instantly the Phoenix, the Phoenix Force immediately, and that she'll come back down for the mutant saga later. I don't know if they'll touch the Phoenix again, seeing as they've had two films that they've done that and it really hasn't been
Yeah.
great. I can see them doing a Phoenix like type thing real quick now because they've been tampering with her mind or whatever, keeping her locked up, or the spell with Stephen Strange kind of did something to her. Just something that makes her villainous, but she's not the villain,
Yeah.
right?
No, I agree with that. I think they will have their spat. They will throw hands for a little bit, but in the end, she is not going to be the ultimate. Once you get to the third act, it's not going to be her as the villain.
Right, right. And it's clearly because you have Frank in it. Frank is much more anti-establishment than he is fighting.
Exactly.
I mean, he does fight individuals, but um I tend to think that the hand may not be part of that montage. I
I
think the
agree.
hand's going to figure into it a little bit more than
Do you think that
Ace
that final
B.
scene with him jumping towards the hand, which I love when you get a shot in live action that is a version of a comic panel. Absolutely love that. And there was
Yeah,
a lot in this
there
trailer,
in this
like
trailer.
a lot.
Yes,
But do you think that image of him jumping towards the hand and all of them coming at him have characters edited out the same way they did for No Way Home? And do you
100%.
think it's do you think it's the Defenders? Do you think it's Daredevil and Frank? Do you think Hulk ripped off his little thing and was like, you know what, let's go? What do you think? Who do you think is edited out? Elektra
Um,
brought her back from
I'd
the
like
dead.
to say Daredevil.
That's what I'm thinking.
I like this. My hope is that because you saw glimpses of Sadie Sink, you didn't really see her there, but you saw her sitting, you saw the back of her. We know that's her due to like Will and I are huge like BTS behind the scenes. Like we've looked at all we know what she's wearing. This is not
Yes,
a surprise to people like us who have like who
exactly.
like scour every picture. This is not so we know she was in the trailer. You just don't see her face. We've seen Frank. We've seen Mark Ruffalo. We've
Yes.
seen all the B level villains. We've seen I blanking on his name. He plays Scorpion, but
Yeah.
you have all of these. You have the boomerang, and you possibly hear the guy who plays Tombstone's or Mr. Tombstone's voice in the trailer. You haven't seen him yet, but we know who he was cast. We've seen pictures of him because they have shown us all of them, all of those people. It wouldn't have been too big of um, a spoiler to have shown one of them fighting with him with the hand.
Right.
Like you would have been like,
I
okay, well, I mean,
agree.
like we see that he's interacted with Frank. We've seen that he's interacted with Bruce Banner. So scrubbing them out of that scene, whereas it's very possible these are all just guesses. It's very possible they scrubbed him out. But to me, you scrub out somebody you haven't seen in the trailer. Because with Toby and Andrew Garfield, we had not seen them in the trailer.
We
So
speculated, but
we
we did not see
speculated,
them.
but they were never shown in the trailer. So when they were scrubbed out of the scene, it was because we had never seen them. They did not
Yep.
want to spoil them being in the movie, even though everybody had known they were in the movie. I feel like you scrub people out of a scene that you don't want them to know is in the movie. Now, is it possible that it could be Jean Grey? Could it be Sadie Sink, whoever she plays? That's another possibility too, because we didn't see her in full whatever gear she's going to be in. She's another option. Maybe I'm just hopeful that it's Daredevil.
I'm hopeful that's Daredevil. Obviously, they've already met, even though uh he's forgotten.
Yeah,
But he was his lawyer in No Way Home, where he caught the brick that was flying through the window, and he's like, "How
right.
did you do that? I'm a good lawyer." Blah blah blah. He's been established in the MCU. I agree with you.
Frank knows
We
him.
Frank knows him. Like I believe it is Daredevil. I'm wondering if we'll get, I mean, we'll, between now and July, we'll probably get another trailer. But I'm wondering if after this new season of Daredevil wraps up, do we get another trailer that maybe has him in it, or they keep it a secret until the release, which I would be cool with. Honestly, as much as I love the behind the scenes stuff, sometimes I spoil things for myself and I'm like, oh man, that would have been cool if I didn't know that one.
I
Um,
get it.
but
I
yeah.
100% like I can't keep myself from doing it. I watch myself almost like out of body experience. Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Yep.
Why are you looking up the plot leak for Doomsday? What are you doing?
Hmm.
Why are you scrolling? Why don't you just put your phone down and stop reading this? I
Yep.
can't. I just can't.
Exactly.
I refuse to. It's that's just what I do. So yes, I have also
I
read the
agree with
plot
you.
link.
I think it's Daredevil. It doesn't really need to be a third character because honestly, if Frank's there, he wouldn't be jumping anyway. He'd be on a rooftop somewhere, like shooting people. I think
Right.
it's Spider-Man and Daredevil, which would make for some great.
Comic book nerd,
Yes, like
just
if you give me
fuel.
Spider-Man and Daredevil team up and you give me a good choreographed action sequence, I will be happy. I know there are people that are upset, some of them you're in group chats with, that are comparing the Spider-Man trailer to the Dune trailer, which like yes, Dune is filmed differently. It's a different type of
Right.
movie. Why are we suddenly comparing them and blaming Spider-Man in the MCU for being something that they have never literally been before?
Right.
Y'all are just looking for reasons to be upset.
Sure.
But if you give me, I don't need it to be super crisp and like filmed
Not right
on.
now.
Yeah, I don't need that right
It's
now.
not gonna
I'll
it's not
get
gonna
that
happen
from
right
other
now.
things. I will be happy if you give me comic accurate stories and if you are pulling team ups and scenes from the comics, that is all I ask for.
That's and most people are just they're just there's something about like right now the world is crap.
Yes, it's on
And
fire.
these we knew that going into this year was going to have some great movies. We were and characters like with the Dune and with Doomsday and Spider-Man and Supergirl. We have things to look forward to and just let people enjoy them. Just that's I think people are just itching for something that makes them forget right now
Take their
about
mind
everything
off
else.
things and just let
Yes,
people be happy. And if you want your cinematic filmed on pure film, you got the Odyssey and you've got
Dune.
Dune for all intents and purposes. I
Sure.
don't think Dune was filmed like on proper film, but it's a crisper movie. But you've got that. You want the feel good stories, you're gonna get that. You like you said, you've got Supergirl. I'm upset I'm not super excited for it. I am excited for it, but you got Mandalorian and Grogu. Like for the sci-fi people, you've got that. Like there's just so many good movies this year.
So many.
Just let people enjoy them.
100%. I am very excited. I think having these two trailers back to back, it's always a great time to be a nerd. It is,
Yes.
and when it comes to movies, it's just an even better time. And seeing a lot of those comic panels brought to life in live action Spider-Man when they pulled the director who was supposed to be doing the Kang Dynasty film. They pulled him. He knows he's there. He's in this realm. He knows these characters. He's comfortable with the comic books. So they used because the Kang thing fell through. They pulled him and they're using him for Spider-Man. I'm here for it. It looks great. I think the practical of him swinging on that they drove him down the street and they had the stunt actor
Yes.
swinging. Somebody said that this I believe next year's Oscar should have best stunt performance. I believe is stunt.
I will never stop advocating for that. I
From my understanding,
100%.
I think that's the new one of the new categories for this next actor. I know if it's not this one, it's coming for the one after, but I think it's this one because they were talking about with the Odyssey and Dune and Doomsday and Spider-Man that you have some really great stunt performances that could be up for this Oscar.
It's going to be real
So,
funny when Tom Cruise is the first one to win an Oscar for stunt work.
and did you hear about? I mean, like this completely. We've already covered the two trailers. Did you hear about the whole Miami Vice thing?
I heard he's directing it or he's a
No, they
producer.
might cast him as the villain
Oh,
in
is
the
the
Miami
villain?
Vice.
Yes, that's what it was. I got my stories crossed because there was another story that he is listed as part of the Star Wars for the
Yes.
Ryan Gosling Starfighter
Yeah.
film because he showed up in his helicopter
Yeah.
one day
He
and
crashed the set.
filmed a scene.
Yes. Yeah, but I'm so can you imagine him in the Miami Vice movie with Austin Butler and Michael B. Jordan in Miami Vice as him as the
That would
villain?
be incredible. I mean, he'd have to be in a chair most of the time, or they give him lifts in his shoes, but that would be that. Oh,
This is where
that would be.
he needs to do some villain roles after the Mission
I would,
Impossible.
yes. You've
Yeah.
saved the world enough times. Let you be the other guy.
Yeah. Set the world
That's
on
yeah.
fire now. Be that guy. Yeah.
Yes.
So we're wrapped up with that. We just wanted to jump on here. We want to talk about these trailers because we have not discussed these trailers through text, and it kind of probably was killing both of us.
It very much was. I have talked to a lot of people about it, and the whole time I'm like, there is one person that I have not talked to about this, and I would trade all of my conversations with the rest of you to talk
and
to her about
now and
it.
now I can finally send you tweets about it and
Yes.
TikToks showing the yeah. So yes, we needed to get this out of our system so we could finally discuss it because we wanted to discuss it here with you guys first. So
I've got one more hot take.
okay,
I saw a picture. Someone sent it to me. I don't think it's real. It would have come across my line, but there's a picture of Pete upside down in his Spider-Man costume, and on his shoe there's like a ripped off like bus pass or sticker or something, and it says Morales. I don't know if it's real, but if we get, and we've already been, they've referenced Miles Morales in the first Tom Holland Spider-Man because Donald Glover was
yes,
technically like Prowler, and then they circled back and
sure,
across the Spider-Verse. So, like the Morales family exists.
sure.
And if we finally, I don't even need the suit. If we
You
just
would
get,
die.
I
You
would be in the theater. I would be bawling. I would be everything I was doing during Endgame during the portal scene. I would be like, oh, y'all don't even know. They'd have to carry me out of the theater. That's what would happen. I would cause a scene.
let's see sticker. Let's see if there's any. I know I have seen the picture that you were
Yes.
talking about. Um, and I
It's
thought
just
somebody,
wild to me that it to me it's not real because why would they show that? That's like one of those surprises that you like I feel the same way, and I know they did it for the internet moment, but during Civil War when you had Spider-Man show up at the end of that trailer, as good as it was, it's like you could have saved that and blown the roof off the theater. For this one, you already know we're gonna be there. If it is Miles Morales, like why not wait? Why not wait and just have him show up? I don't know.
now it is Boss Logic who did the tweet originally, so he is known
Yes.
for his art. So
Yes.
they would be great because they said that it's a Pokemon card of Moltres, Moltres, a Pokemon card, and then the other one has Nelson and Murdoch, attorney at law, stuck on
Yes.
his other shoe. That it's supposed to be yeah, that it's this Pokemon card.
Yes.
Yes. So we will see what it has to do with on there.
There's the footprints that are clearly Jordan's, and then you've got the hello, my name is Miles sticker. It looks like I don't know. Like he's known
Which
for
one
his
are you?
artwork.
Is it this one?
Yeah. So look at the on that beam. Those are footprints, like shoe
Oh,
imprints.
okay.
But that little circle. You know what? I'm not even gonna do that. You know what? Why not? Ugh.
Yeah, you need to give him.
Okay. Here we go.
So it says, "Hello, my name is Spider-Man" on the sticker.
Is that what it was? I thought it said Miles. Okay. So these are Jordan 1s, what Miles is famous for
Okay.
wearing.
Oh, okay.
And that little circle
That
right
is
there,
yes.
that is what that
That
imprint
is
is. Exactly. It's got this little circle. Like that is what this is. And
right.
these are the shoes that Miles wears. Not this exact pair. That box is over there. but
Right. Yes.
exactly.
Yes. Okay.
So
Okay.
that is again. I've been wanting Miles Morales in the MCU. I didn't want them to jump the gun and bring him in too early just for the sake of bringing him in,
Right.
but he is one of my absolute favorite characters. What they've done with him in the comics, what they've done with him in the animated shows. It's a character that gives us representation, but it also is just such a well-written character. And
Yes.
I would absolutely love to see him in the MCU. I also know they're gonna have some issues because technically, in some scenarios, he is stronger than Peter Parker, and I know a lot of the OG Spider-Man fans get in their feelings about it. It's years down the road when like they've both been doing it for a while, but there's a time when Miles turns evil and he dog walks Peter Parker when
Right.
they fight, and that pissed off a lot of people.
Which is
But
crazy because every character has morphed at some point and has beaten up
exactly,
somebody that's stronger. I should say,
exactly.
I also didn't mention in the trailer, he talks about he's talking about mutating. That's the reason he talks to
Yes,
Bruce Banner, is there is a character called Man Spider that
yes.
Spider-Man transforms into where he
Extra
starts, yeah,
hands.
extra arms pop out. He starts to get hairy. He has extra eyes. And I do think they're going to kind of touch that storyline because Frank is also in that storyline. The Punisher is in that storyline. I think they're going to touch it, but I think it's going to like he's obviously not going to stay man spider. That would be crazy.
No, I think he is. I think they touch on it. I don't think they're going to hard commit to that storyline. They're not
Sure,
going to ruin the face of Tom Holland, make a man spider.
right,
I
but I
think he
think
has a
they're
dream that he becomes a spider.
yeah, I think
I
they're
think you
going
get man
to
spider in a dream.
yeah, I think they're going to touch on it that he's starting to mutate. Also, with this, again, this is not the official poster. This is just somebody that named Boss Logic
Yes.
on it. Do you think the black that he added here, this
Is
black goop, is
Venom.
Venom? Yes.
I wondered that because I thought if it was gum or something, you could have picked literally any other color.
Sure.
And oh, it's tar. Like, no, when it comes to Spider-Man, you don't get to do anything black ink related. Like you're not allowed. You're not
Right.
allowed. So
Yeah.
yeah, okay, so that's not confirmed. But if you give me just a little bit of hope that Miles will be showing up, like I will lose my mind. Oh, you don't even know. You
I
don't
think it's
even.
good. It looks good. It looks crisp. I can't wait to see it. Obviously, it comes out in July. I think we're going to get more looks at all of these things, even Doomsday, when CinemaCon,
Yes.
CinemaCon starts April 7th, I believe. I think you're going to get a lot more trailers on everything. We're going to see a lot more stuff come out. So we definitely will be popping back on anytime we get trailers. Next week, though, Daredevil Born Again season 2 starts on March 24th. We hope to get recaps out, if not the next day, couple days after, but with definitely within that same week. It's just a matter of just scheduling and trying us to find time to do it.
You gotta see how
And
that
with that,
ragtag group of journalists and bartenders goes up against the mayor
right. Well, and Jessica Jones.
and
They have
Jessica
shown they
Jones.
have shown her, so we do have a little bit of something there.
Yes, we have some muscle now.
A little bit, thank God. Oh, and Frank will be busted
And
out
Frank,
somehow.
yes.
And then we also have that coming out in the summer. I think they did officially say that it was going to be the summer. I'm hoping that it comes out obviously before Spider-Man to explain how he's out because that would make the most sense. So
It's
I'm
gonna
hoping
be a
it
short film before Spider-Man, like those Pixar movies always has
right.
that
It's a
short
one
film.
shot. Right. It is a one
Yeah.
shot. So I'm hoping that it's right after not right. I mean, like sometime between I think the end of Daredevil is sometime in April.
Hmm.
So April, May, June, July, you have that time. You have time to put the Punisher series in there. So long story short, those are our trailers. We're really pumped. Can't wait. And we will see you next week then with Daredevil season 2. Bye.
Yes.